In 1350, what we know as the idyllic French countryside was a living hell. For more than 15 years, the people had suffered at the hands of English invaders. Little did they know that this war would last for another 100 years. But through this crucible of fighting, famine and plague, there would emerge the modern nation of France. England's King Edward III looked jealously across the English Channel. Wanting France for his own, he had added the fleur-de-lis, the symbol of France, to his own royal standard. This was an all-out declaration of war. And in 1337, he invaded. But France already had a king, Philippe VI. As the English burned their way across the land, Philippe's army and his legendary knights marched to meet them and came face to face with the English longbow. A simple weapon, but the most devastating the knights had ever faced. The heroes of France fell to storms of English arrows. The war engulfed the French countryside. By 1351, the conflict was focused on Brittany. One fight stands out as a spectacular display of chivalry and a symbol of the wider conflict between the two enemy nations. The Combat of the 30 is still commemorated here in Brittany. It was a dispute between two local families. Supported by the opposing sides in the war, the French and English commanders decided to settle it through a trial of knightly combat. Each side would choose 30 champions to fight on neutral ground. France prepared to defend itself against England's finest. Intent on ending the suffering of the French peasantry, Sir Jean de Beaumanoir sent a challenge to the English commander. 30 champions on each side would compete in a tournament for final claim to Brittany. With the battleground of the halfway oak agreed upon, Sir Jean set out to gather support from local knights.
Je vais vous obéir.
As a knight himself, Sir Jean followed the strict rules of chivalry and was expected to protect the local peasantry and ensure peace.
Mon arway mène avec moi. Mon destrier y mène. Certes, bien, un pied ci, un pied là. C'est Meurice, en votre nom. Un pied ci, un pied là.
Most medieval tournaments were friendly in nature, held for sport and glory, but the Combat of the 30 was arranged between opponents mired in war. English raids had torn through the countryside of Brittany and brought great hardship to the people. Sir Jean spotted an English raiding party attacking a nearby farmstead. the French knights defeated the English raiders, and Sir Guy de Rochefort joined Sir Jean's party.
Retrayez vos amouets. Quand je commande, avance.
Looking to secure his honor, a young knight held his ground on a bridge in Sir Jean's path.
Pour vostre... Innocent! Honor est d'obéir! Quel est de votre plaisir? Incontinent!
Honorably conceding defeat in the duel, Sir Yves Charel joined the cause.
J'obtiens père à Oxabit. Reniez vos armes. Si fais vos commandements et comprens.
Sir Jean's search next brought him to Sir Geoffroy de Bois, whose squires were contending with a detachment of English longbowmen.
Et comprens.
The knights would use the great speed of their war horses to charge the archers and overwhelm them. The English longbowmen fell, but the French knights knew the enemy would attempt to retake the hilltop fortification and steeled themselves for further attacks. With Sir Geoffroy by his side, Sir Jean had secured the outpost.
Place, Welsvots donc, en avoué. Oyez. Si fais vos commandements. J'obtiens père à Oxabit. Reniez vos armes.
Sir Jean entered the staging area for the tournament, where he prepared to choose which knights would join him in battle. Each knight would be accompanied by his squires, young nobles in training to become knights themselves. Sir Jean had selected his champions. As the sun rose, the two sides entered the arena, ready for the first round of combat. Claiming an easy victory in the first round, the French champions left the arena to recover their strength. Refreshed and reinvigorated, the French knights returned to the arena for another round of combat. The combat of the 30 was about to decide which nation would control the Duchy of Brittany. Triumphant, Sir Jean de Beaumanoir and his loyal knights claimed victory. The combat of the 30 had decided control of Brittany in favor of the French. Little did the two sides know, this was just the beginning of a bitter war that would outlive them all. After victory at the combat of the 30, the French faced devastating raids from England's Black Prince. But France's King John II was closing in. Jean finally caught the English near the city of Poitiers in September 1356. The French army outnumbered the English by thousands. King Jean himself joined the fight, but what seemed a certain victory for France soon turned into a nightmare. The English longbow devastated the mighty French army. An endless hail of arrows gutted the main French force. Then the English captured King Jean. The fight was over. The Battle of Poitiers was another catastrophic defeat for the French. The English had destroyed most of France's nobility in a single day. Now they turned their attention towards taking the French capital, Paris. The invaders marched unopposed towards Paris. The remains of some of the medieval walls of Paris still stand today. As the English army approached, the terrified locals sought shelter behind these defenses. Could France's capital withstand the full might of the Black Prince's army? The English Black Prince had raided the French countryside without mercy, and now his army had come for the capital. With the English on their doorstep, it fell to the French army and the people of Paris to defend the walls of their proud city. Hoping to avoid open battle, the French began fortifying the city, manning the walls and calling every available soldier to his post. As the French hastened their preparations, several detachments of English soldiers were spotted closing in on the city.
À votre commandement. Attendez les commandements, manants. Déguer puissance.
Besoin fait manants, presto. Déguer puissance, manants. Mestier reste au train.
Oyez les ordonnances. Pour servir.
Que faut-il donc? Attendez les commandements, manants. Manants, en besoin. Reste pour la besoin. Allons, manants.
Pour me faut
Oyez les ordonnances, si, comme volets. Maillet moué. Manance, offense d'or. Manance, nos devons salaire. La c'est moué exploité. Oyez les ordonnances. Tous dialores. Lors bâti. Attendez les commandes. Mestier de moué. Manoué rassouvi. Belle œuvre. Advertance, tout le monde.
Que faut-il donc besoigner?
Besoin bien, base. Oyez, tous si, belles exploiteurs. Besoin de nos attentes, manance. Jova, Bastille. Que faut-il donc besoigner?
The English showed no mercy, burning their way to Paris via 3 routes, each of which was home to villages and farms that supplied the capital.
Dictez-moi une comme il vous plaise.
Advertance de demande. Si, comme vous. Oyez, marchiez, rien moins, presto. Oyez les ordonnances. Lors devance nos salaires.
Manance, preste à enlever. Mestier reste en jambeur. Manance, offense d'or. Fouillers, ma toute vie. Aïe, mestier des mouets. Reste pour la besoin, Manance. Manance, nos devons le salaire.
Manants, offrons-en. Archers, prenez vos axes.
Sur quoi me faut-il traire? Etienne et Congrès.
On a où faut-il archers?
Dictez-moi une Versailles. Autre Versailles. Dictez-moi une
Archers, oyez le commandement.
Machaskuns en sa place. Où est-ce de votre plaisir? Obeleste paré. Oui, avec autre Versailles. Verrières, Obeleste paré. Je gagne mon gars sur quoi? Obelestrier, dictez-moi une Verseste bonasse. Une autre me messe à la voie. Compagnon.
Gentlemen, dicte-moi mon Versailles. Je veille de cette où faut-il général. J'y veille, dicte-moi mon Versailles. J'obtempère. Le vers où faut-il archir? me mets à la voie. Mon arc est prest. Archers, advance.
Dictus moi.
Prest portrait. Si comme le volet. De vers où faut-il archers? Prest portrait. Me mets à la voie. Mon arc est prest. Dicte-moi mon Versailles. Vous êtes à parler.
As the French continued to rally their army, the English took the last of the surrounding villages and had almost encircled Paris.
J'ai l'arc.
Compagnon, Mectons nos en la voie.
Mon arc est prest. Dicte-moi mon Versailles. Archers, advançons. Mon arc est prest. Je vais de ces suivantes.
With the countryside in flames and the English at the city gates, the French armies steeled themselves for battle.
Prest portrait.
Now came the capital's true test. Would the mighty walls of Paris hold against a fearsome English siege?
Prest portrait. Archers, advance. Prest portrait.
The Parisian Guard raised the alarm as the English began their first assault on the city walls.
Archère. C'est comme le volet. Dicte-moi mon Versailles. Obéis au commandement. Reste portrait. Je vais de t'expliquer pas. De vers où faut-il archer? Archers, à mon arc est prêt. J'ai l'arc. Reste portrait. Me mets à la voie. Mon arc est prêt. J'y vais.
The French army fought valiantly, repelling the first English attack.
Me mets à la voie.
Besoin à faire?
Sur quoi me faut-il faire? Commandement, mon compagnon. Los de Jensdown, Voskier. Compagnon, reste paradis. Monte de jouer, oh yeah! Mectons nos en la voie! Chascuns en sa envoie vers nos compagnons. Reste par moult avance, fouet à les gens d'armes, Voskier. Mectons nos en la compagnon. Preste poratier, moult avance voué à trêve. Dictez-moi une Versailles. Verrières, spré, sur quoi me faut-il trait? Bénoï. Une autre Versailles? Obelestriette? Advention sur quoi me faut-il trait? Siveille. Obeleste paré. Me messe à la voie. Dictez-moi une Versailles. Verrières, spré, Answay courant. Aubelestier, Aubelestier, alors, compagnons.
Innocenti!
Although the walls of Paris had been breached, the French could still hold the city, so long as its mighty landmarks did not fall.
Si, comme volette! Giovanni Basti! Dosia Lawrence!
Obeleste paré. C'est bon assiette. Dictez-moi une Versailles, Siveille.
The French defense of their capital held firm, wearing down the English invaders one by one.
Giovanni Bastir. Mon arc et Gervais de s'espupasse.
Oyez à votre commandement. Allons, s'adresse tous. Lance Battige s'estu.
Les Volchers ai-tu besoin?
La cette
Arbelestre, Chascune, N s'appelait. En prenant la bataille. Chessmes à Obelestier. Après, je gagne de mon gain.
Avertan se demande. L'assassin exprès.
Compagnon! Compagnon! Reste par un tir! Chessmes vos habits comme il vous Citraille sur 16 Versailles! Obelestier! Chessmes vos! Yenai! Ça, compagnon! En avant! Agit! Annonce! À pareil! Je gagne mon gain! Los des Spartans, prima!
Bayet Itreich sens nul arrest. Lors Batige s'estui.
Une space annonce!
Prest portrait.
Dictes-moi une Versailles! Compagnon! Compagnon!
Archers. On the ground.
Olix bien! Los des Spartans, prima!
Chevalier, reste en poste de service. Compagnon, reste pour la besoin. Sommes en ordonnance. En arson, chevalier.
Compagnon! Reste par un reste pour une sanglante antique! On prononce la bataille, compagnon! Compagnon! Êtes-vous des notre porte! Jetstone! Vous avez... L'ancien! Il Jetstone, postier! L'ancien! À mort! Schottenberg auf Saint-Fix! Exkitsi!
Oil. Mest Suisse en Quemi.
The ruthless English army began burning the great Parisian landmarks. The French were running out of time to expel the enemy from their city.
Je suis votre serveuse.
Oh yes, annonce ça, Festus.
Reste tous prêts.
Oyen, si, des exploits. Lors Batige s'estui! Attendez, ça reste tous!
Chevalier, reste pas.
The enemy grew ever more desperate as their ranks thinned and their hopes of victory faded.
Marche arrière, moi et Trestos! Marche arrière, moi et Trestos. Lors Batige s'estui. Besoin à votre commandement.
Les Mangonels actant vos ordonnances. Advertance, Osmond.
Bien.
Los Baptiste s'esquive. Or actendons ordonnance. Asseyez, Isot. Asseyez, Isot. Liangshan. Enjans se El Patisco! Razet Stress 12! Paul Troyet, Isselt! Paul Troyet, Isselt!
Allons ça, Prestuts. Vécure Mériens.
Obéir, c'est vertu.
Limangonel, Anjan Sandway! Paul Troyet, Isselt!
Bonne besoin de
Lianjans de siège à 6. Détrait! Ahai! Lianjans Esmu! Mangonels à Parme. À Chespetsvos. Les Mangonels à Anjans se meut.
Alarson, chevalier.
Chespetsvos. Lichen marché. Mangonels à 6. Si je te raffecte.
Alarson, chevalier.
Mangonels à 6. Les Mangonels attendent vos ordonnances. Et en James Esmu. Razet Stress-nous. Asseyez Isselt.
Sommes en ordonnance. Pointe de merci pour l'ennemi.
Les Anjans de siège à 6.
Compagnon, reste
Mangonels à 6. Mangonels à 6. Les Anjans de siège à 6.
Comme il vous plaise. Sylvain.
Angonels, attendons ordonnance.
À demi starchi.
le temps d'adventure, monseigneur.
Comme il vous plaît. Je gagne mon gage.
Restons sommes prêts.
Compagnon, ayez bien pur. Je lance une bordée.
Sonus en ordonnance. Qu'il soit vaincu. Et je voudrais voir tout le monde.
Les commandements de guerre. Archer, prenez le combat.
Albenestier, à Pointe-Basse.
Archer, prenez le combat.
Albenestier, à Pointe-Basse.
best portrait. Marchier.
Les chevreuils, chefs, les chevreuils, chefs. En avant pour la vraie. Réussi Nobel.
Faire à vos affiches.
Voyez, avertissez votre courage, compagnon. Il n'est pas que la vie. Chevreuil, chefs, soyez prêts. Mon esprit n'y entrera en plaie. Eh bien, avions mourir, compagnon. J'y vois nécessaire. J'ai le Suisse de décaster. J'y vois nécessaire. Schockenberg à vos advices.
Defeated and demoralized by the strength of the French defense, the Black Prince's army abandoned their siege of the capital. Paris celebrated victory, but this was not the last test the French would face in their struggle to win the war.